Alright folks, back with another episode. Today we're doing a little kayak review. I bought a new kayak. It's the Pelican Catch 130 high drive. It's a pedal drive system. It is a used kayak. It's was made or purchased September 2020. I just recently picked it up used for 900 bucks. I know the Pelicans, the high drive on them, and this is the first year high drive, or the first gen high drive, not number 2. Some people have had issues with this high drive, the threads separating from the pedal system, the shafts breaking, and I knew I was getting into that before I purchased it. Everything looks good on it. The guy that I bought it from had used it a couple of times and he had never had an issue with it, so we're gonna take it easy. Mainly what's causing the failures is people running these things into dirt and heavy thick grass while they're cruising. So we're just gonna kind of stay in the deep for today. I don't have a fish finder and I know the lake for the most part, and if I head towards the back of the lake I know I can get into some shallow spots. So we're just gonna kind of work this open area along the overflow, test the kayak out. I did bring a few rods, see if I can't get a bass or 2 to bite. Can't come out here without rods, it just don't make sense. But we're gonna get this in the water. I do have a life vest, it's not on. Water's a little chilly, but it's not too bad, and I don't anticipate flipping this thing. If I do, everything's leashed down except for my poles, and it should be all right. So we're gonna get on the water. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Move this up. Might have to put the head cam on. Steering's good. A little left and right action. I am in my cowboy boots, so it's a little different. But I mean, she pedals good. It's smooth, not too much noise. And it's fairly easy to pedal. The only thing this kayak doesn't have is reverse, and even most of your Hobies, unless you get the 360 or the 180, you're not gonna have reverse. But I mean, it's stable. The newer version, this handle on the newer version is a little longer, and it doesn't have this. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. There's a small notch under here. The newer upgraded version doesn't have that, and it's a little beefier handle. The handles, they're not horrible, and it works for just a throw lever system. Do a little spin here. Oh yeah, pretty tight. I'm happy. Do a little stand-up test on this sucker. Oh my god. Oh, now I'm coming from the Perception Striker 11.5. This is a 12.5 foot boat. Got a little bit of wind today, and I'm still spinning from kicking, but it tracks all right. So I'm gonna go over here and pitch a couple baits, see what I can get into, and we'll talk a little bit more about the kayak as we go. Corona. That's not funny. Yeah, she tracks good. I mean, I'm not touching the steering. I got it straight on. We're not going to get super close to this overflow because this water is really high today. And the opportunity to scoot over that thing is high. I mean, like with any kayak, you gotta give yourself a little bit of turning room. But once she starts turning, it's pretty good. Now, this isn't a Hobie, and I'm not gonna even attempt to compare it to a Hobie. This is brand new, 1,400 bucks, I think, $14.99, and it is two-piece construction, and that tends to scare some people. I don't know why. There's no real big evidence that these boats split or have any failures at the seams, and for 1,500 bucks brand new in a pedal drive kayak, I think they cornered the market. I don't think you'd be upset with your purchase. I am trying to contact them right now in regards to getting the upgraded drive system, the High Drive 2, and they're being very good as far as customer service and communication. So I mean, as far as that goes, they've been outstanding. I did check the back of this boat. In the beginning of production, they had a recall on the rudder, and there was water leaking in to the rivets. They did supply the repairs free of cost, and it was 4 caps with some super glue, and you put a dab of super glue in each cap and put it over the rivet, and it stopped the leaks. This one is the upgraded rudder system with the screws, and I am not worried about it failing or leaking or anything like that. But we're gonna get some lines wet, see what we can catch. I'm gonna shut this off for a little while because the battery's almost shot on it, and we'll pick back up if I can hook something. So this is a light pedal, just kind of pumping it. And I mean, I'm moving, doing good. A little rudder action, a little spin on it. Going left takes a little bit more effort than going right. That could just be an adjustment in the rudder. So that's something I'll take a look at. And I'm gonna see if I can buy the Gen 2 for this and get the longer handle. Just make this a little more comfortable. There is a tiny little bit of slop in here, so, but it's nothing that's not manageable. I'm gonna paddle this thing off the water, load it up, and head over to the bay, and I'll catch up with you there. Overall, I'm impressed. I am gonna pull this rod in and see what paddling this boat's like. It is slightly larger as far as being a paddle kayak. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this rod in and just paddle a little bit and see what it's like. I am gonna leave here and go over to Back River here shortly and launch at the bay. A friend of mine has a Hobie and he wants to get it on the water and test it out. So I'm gonna meet him here in like another hour and a half. Sorry, sound of freedom. The old jet's flying over. But I am gonna put it on the bay today and test it out. There might be a little bit of waves just because the wind is picking up a little bit. You probably can't hear me because of the sound of freedom. You guys done? Ah? Filming. Yeah, thanks. But, alright, we're gonna get this pole railed in. And a word of advice, if you are gonna paddle this, or if you're in just sitting position, casting or whatever, I would advise taking your you can't see that. Taking the pedals, putting one all the way forward and one all the way back. So take your pedals, put one all the way forward, one all the way back, and that'll bring the fins up against the bottom of this boat, nice and flush. And on the front of this, in front of the pedal drive, is a small portion that bumps down, so that with the pedals in this position stowed up against the bottom of the boat, if you would hit some gravel or grass or whatever, that bump out should deflect and keep anything away from the pedals. So let's pick up this paddle. Now this isn't the paddle that comes with this boat. The one that comes with it is a metal paddle, and it's slightly heavy. I got my carbon fiber one that's getting me soaking wet. Now there are no foot rests on this boat, and it's okay. I mean, once you get your butt planted good, oh yeah, she paddles good, tracks well. I am getting wet, but that's the paddle's fault, not the boat's fault. And as you can see, I've been out here 20 minutes to a half an hour, and the only water in this boat is from me paddling and splashing. Oh, it's definitely paddleable for sure. Did I get water on the screen? Nope. Yeah, all day long. Compared to the Perception Striker, the one that I was paddling, this thing glides through the water. This whole video is going to be washed out because of these jets. I don't know if you... It's fly day in Virginia. They're everywhere. It's probably going to be worse once I get over to the bay, because I'll be right next to Langley. So I'll do my best to get that noise out. Alright, he's gone. It's definitely comfortable to paddle. I'm not a huge guy. I'm 5'8", and I'm comfortable. I slide around in the seat a little tiny bit. My butt moves, and there's no foot pedals to kind of plant your legs into. Now I could plant them against the pedals, I guess, but to do that, let me see. Let's try this. Yeah, no. It's much easier if you just paddle with your legs out. Keep your butt kind of planted. And it paddles really well. Really well, actually. Better than I thought. for the size of the boat. I thought it was going to be like pushing a barge through the water, and it definitely is not. It cuts nice, tracks really well, even with a little bit of wind. That rudder helps a lot. My other boat doesn't have a rudder, the Perception, and it tracks like garbage. I do have the trolling motor on it, and that helps, but this compared to that is a complete 180. So we're gonna keep getting at it. A few more minutes here and we're gonna load up. I gotta be over at the bay at around 3:30. So hope you're enjoying. All right, we made it out to the bay. Beautiful day, sun shining, water temp's like 50 degrees, and I'm working up through the channel right now at Back River here off of Dandy Point, or Dandy Haven. I got the popping cork and some gulps. See if I can't find a drum or a trout. Bass fishing was a bust earlier, but this yak does really good on the water here. Stable, fast, not too much noise, not a ton of effort to keep it moving. So my overall review is pretty outstanding for the price to get you into a new pedal kayak. But I'm gonna pitch some jigs, and if I hook into something, I'll turn the camera back on. That one had something. He had a chunk of white. I don't know what the hell it was. He's picking at it right now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. Is it? Oh, yeah. Jesus. I can see the bottom. Are you? You gotta.
It's in there.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's why I have this one.
I got one wet butt cheek and one not wet. Pretty stable. I'm ready to catch a Kobe on this thing. I'm ready to catch a Kobe on this thing. Yeah. The one thing I might add to this is a leash for standing up. It's nothing to stand up on it, but I just might throw a leash on here just to assist. You still in shallow? Oh yeah. We got a boat ripping by. Got a little bit of wake coming. We're gonna do a little wake test on this. See how much water we take over the bow. I don't know if it's gonna make it to us.
Oh no. What?
That's crazy that you can see Charles right now. Got a little bit. Did good. That wasn't a major wake, but no water. Well, folks, that's it. I got the yak loaded back up in the truck. Goes in pretty easy. I meant to show the launch coming in. I'm over here at Wallace Bait and Tackle, Dandy Haven in Hampton, off Fox Hill. They got a nice public facility here with a kayak launch. Nice bar for getting in and getting out of your kayak. Fits most kayaks. My buddy's Hobie will fit in here, the 14 Angler Pro. It'll fit in that slot, but it's close, real close to rubbing. But beautiful day on the water. Kayaked it outstanding. That's a little crooked. Well, folks, that's it. Got the yak loaded back up. A little bit of sweat. It's actually fairly easy to manage with one person. Fairly light. I think it's like 80 pounds with no gear in it. I got some footage of the launch there off of Dandy Haven Road here in Hampton. No fish, but I wasn't really expecting to catch anything. Water temp's like 50 degrees. And today was more about the kayak than it was fishing. I mean, you can't go out without a fishing pole. It's un-American. But I had fun. I definitely enjoyed the Pelican, the Catch 130 high drive. No problem with the drive system at all. Performed and kept up with the Hobie Pro Angler 14 as far as pedalability and speed and tracking. I mean, it's all there. So for the price point of $14.99 brand new, and the new ones, if you can buy it, I was unable to find it online. It does show Dick's Sporting Goods, and there's another one that have the availability to get them, but they weren't available online at this point. Now, very little is available as far as kayaks go, just with the current situation, the pandemic. The Old Town dealers, all the dealers are having trouble keeping stock, and with this kayak being 1,500 bucks and a pedal kayak, availability is going to be slim. If you're deciding that you do want a pedal kayak and you're not in the Hobie range, and I'm not, I looked at a few used ones in the $2,000 range, and that's not bad. I just couldn't see putting $2,000 out for a kayak right now. And I paid 900 bucks for this one, and I love it. Plan on some big things for it this summer. Some cobia. Do a couple of Bay Bridge Tunnel runs with it. Launch out of like Lynn Haven and paddle over to First Island. Work some pylons, some sheephead, tog, cobia. I'm catching a cobia on the kayak this year for sure. I got plans. I'm definitely happy with my investment. If you're, hello. Sorry, lady was waving. Lost track. What the hell was I saying? Happy with my investment. There we go. We're back on it. And overall performance is there for the money. So if you're looking to get into a pedal kayak on a budget, I would recommend this kayak. I do believe the newer ones come with the High Drive 2, which is the newer high drive system. They've changed the way it goes together, beefed it up a little bit. And they've changed the handle on it. The rudder handle is a little different. I am going to look into maybe getting the newer style rudder handle for this boat. I'm about 99% sure that it's just a one screw and it swaps over. But that's my review. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you could, hit that like button, subscribe, the whole deal. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.